OMG, hey chickadees. Oh my gosh, you guys. First of all, pimple check. Look. Boom, 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 boom. Girl, it got me good. I don't really know like why I'm breaking out so much. But let's put on, where can I put you guys? Right here, I'm gonna put on some pimple patches. So you guys, it's been literally so long, I feel like, since I've made like an update video for you guys. It's like terrible lighting, like, oh my god. Can you guys sit right here? This is better. So where do we even start? So let's put one here. Okay. I want to put a big one right here. I got these pimple patches off Amazon. It was like 200 of them for like $5. Isn't that crazy? Because like in Target, you can get like a 30 pack or like a 20 pack, just 20 pimple patches for $10. And I think that one's fine, but I want to put one on this one. I don't know why I'm breaking out, because like I'm literally not really like eating anything different. I think it's because I had like a lot of dairy. Like I had a lot of cheese and dairy recently, so I think that's why I'm like breaking out. It's probably also stress. Also like little room update. We created like this cute like little board of us, and like you'll understand why in a second, but like I'm kind of regretting that like we did that. So basically, let me get you guys set up. Get you set up. So basically, you guys, what happened was, there's like a whole recap. Like there's so much stuff that, oh my god, I look so stupid with these on. So here's the whole recap with everything. Last week, so not like today's Sunday, September something. So not this last Thursday, but last Thursday. I packed all my stuff up and I left. And he ended up calling me that night and he was freaking out, and like I felt really bad. So I ended up coming back Thursday night. We spent the night and we talked and whatever. And then on Friday, I got all my things back from my place and brought them back over here. Stupid, 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 stupid. Stupid. So everything's like fine and dandy. Like, well, it's not fine and dandy, but like, we're like recovering from all of that. Girl, I won't lie. So we're like recovering from all that happened, and like, we're really like having like a lot of like healthy communication and talks and stuff. It's all fine. And then yesterday, last night, this like, okay, so Friday night, a guy texted me. His name's Jason. I like dated Jason back in 2019. It really wasn't anything like serious, because like he lives like 4 hours away. Like I drove down there and saw him. We hung out for like a weekend. That's like all we did. And he like never messages me, but because like I posted pictures with my mans, he like, I guess he wants to reach out and just try to like infect what I have. So that message pops up and he like looks at my phone and he sees it, but he doesn't say anything. So the next day, Saturday morning, he gets upset with me because he's like, asking me, he's like, I honestly forget why he got upset with me. Oh no, he got pissed with me because he was like he basically, like, when guys text me, he wants me to like tell him like about it. And I told him, Oh, I remember why now. It's all coming back to me. Chickadees, it's all coming back. Okay. So here's the story. We wake up Saturday morning and he is joking around. He's like, yeah, I went through your phone last night. I saw your recently deleted messages. And I kind of like froze because I was like, because I will delete people's messages, like guys that hit me up, because I don't want them on my phone. Because there was one time when we started dating and he asked me to be his boyfriend, Chickadee Hunty had been texting me and I left my phone in the bathroom and he saw my phone, right? And he like started crying. Like he literally started crying because he thought I was cheating on him with Chickadee Hunty. And I'm like, no, that's literally just my friend. And so ever since that day, I've had like this trauma in my mind where I'm like, okay, well, if he sees any sort of guy or dude pop up on my phone, he's automatically gonna think I'm cheating on him. So in my brain, I'm like, okay, I'll just like turn off notifications for people. I'll just delete the messages. And then that way there's no confusion. It's nothing like crazy. Cause like if I message the people back, I'm literally just like, hey, and they're like, hey. And I'm just like, okay, this is so stupid, like whatever. And I just delete everything. Like I'm literally not, like, I understand that that's like considered cheating, but like, I'm not cheating because it's like, I'm doing this to try to like protect his feelings, but then ultimately this is just backfiring because now it's like, oh, you're going behind my back and like deleting messages and like talking to guys and now I can't trust you and blah, 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 blah. So that's basically what it escalated to. So we kind of like squashed it in the morning and he was like, okay, that's cool. But then that night, Saturday night, last night, another guy texted me because he texted me Friday night. And that's the guy who I thought he was talking about. He saw his messages. But like I brought up like a different guy who messaged me like a few days ago. So that guy, and all these guys are like popping up and coming back around because the solar eclipse is about to happen on October 2nd. So like people who you have previously talked to in the months of like August and July, they're gonna start popping up. And those are two guys that I was talking to in October and July. How convenient. Doesn't matter if it was like this year, last year, many years ago, like that's just what happened. So anyways, so this dude pops up and I'm in the shower and he reads the text and he's like, I'm ready to fight you. So like I clicked it and showed it to him and of course it was just that single text because I had deleted the text. And then he spiraled. He was like, are you cheating on me? You're cheating on me. Oh my God. Like I was just like, I'm like, okay, this is me and there's two walls. There's nowhere I can go. Like I like got myself in one of the worst situations possible. Because it's like, no, I literally have never cheated on you. But I understand that this is what it looks like because of this behavior, but I was doing that to try to protect you and then that ended up backfiring. So basically, he thinks I'm cheating. And like, he doesn't want to break up with me. He doesn't want to like, and I'm just like, okay, well, I'll just like, if guys start messaging me, like, I guess I'll just tell you. And he's like, now I just feel like our relationship's gonna get more toxic because I'm gonna want to like control your phone and this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, and then he's like, are you actually like happy with me? Like he's saying all this crazy stuff last night. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm just like, oh my God, like, am I actually happy with this guy? Like Chickadee's like, am I actually happy? Like, should I have just not come back? Should I have just left? And then he was like, last night he was like, you know, if you leave me, and obviously I don't know if because he's always like, I'm just joking. But he was like, oh, like, you know, if you're gonna leave me this time, block me on everything. I never want to hear from you again. I never want to see you again. I never want to be able to get in contact with you again. I'm like, this is news to me because beforehand you said to me that like, you never wanted to like lose contact if anything happened. Like you wanted to still like message each other here and there or like hang out. Like, so now I'm just like, now you're just ready to like never, like, I'm just like, what the and it's like really poor timing too, because it's not like I just started doing this, like deleting people's messages. I've been doing this since that happened in June. And it's not like a lot of guys, like it's only like Jason, this guy named Will, I think this guy Luigi hit me up, the one guy from last night, Renfro, and I think it deleted my messages with Harish too. So 5 guys, literally 5 guys, and none of them exited beyond a surface level conversation. They were all a surface level conversation. So it's like, I understand where you're like, well, you should have just kept the messages, like, because now it just looks like you're guilty, but clearly if you're not guilty, you should have just kept the messages, because then like there's nothing to worry about. If he reads the messages, then he can see that like all is good. I understand that now, but in my head previously, I didn't think of that scenario. Call me ignorant. So that's all that happened, right? He has a conversation with me. So it's so funny because it's like I continuously keep getting accused of being a liar. But the thing is, I never accuse him or like pin him up against the wall for when he lies to me. And that's the tea, bitch. Because he lies to me just as much as I've lied to him. And his lies, in my opinion, are worse than the lies that I've told. Because a lot of the lies that I have told have been I'm trying to protect his feelings. And a lot of the lies that he's told me is to hurt my feelings. So there's a really big difference between these two situations. So he was telling me a little story. So he's always told me that he's only ever dated, like, this is his 3rd relationship, me and him. Last night he switched and he was like, oh, this is my 2nd relationship. I'm like, okay, no, you've always told me that this is your 3rd relationship, so let's keep the story straight. Boo. But here's the thing. He was telling me last week how last year he was engaged, bitch. He was engaged. But he doesn't count that as a relationship. So this is his 4th relationship, him with me. And it's like, see, it's like these are little things, because like beforehand he told me that this guy was so like endearing and really wanted to get married to him, and he had like picked out the rings and everything. Like that's what he told me when we first started dating. It never was, we were actually engaged and I broke the engagement off. Because if you guys remember, back last year, I was dating that guy, Austin, who was also engaged. And he broke it off. And it's like, I learned from that situation that if you date someone who was previously engaged and they broke it off, they have a lot of insecurity and they have a lot of voices in their heads that make them question their own reality 24/7. So you can never have something stable with those types of people. Because how could you lead someone on and get engaged to them, say you're gonna marry them, and then you break it off? Bitch, you just say no. If you know you're not gonna marry a person, just say no. It's that simple. Like, people are really out here using people and like abusing their emotions and stuff. And it's like, that is something I'm not like, that's like just so not cool. So it's like, he was telling me how like he basically used this guy because he was really short on money, and this guy would like buy him expensive gifts. He would like take him shopping. He would feed him. And he was like, but he always felt like uncomfortable with him, and he never liked to have sex with him. It was just like, he was basically using this guy for his money. And I guess the guy was really ugly looking. No, like, the guy had no style. We'll say it like that. It's rude to call someone ugly, but he had no style. And so like, that's like, and like, that's okay. Like, you know, relationships are also built on attraction. So he clearly wasn't attracted to him physically, but he was attracted to them pockets, bitch. So he met me, and now he's got best of the both worlds, because I'm paying $600 a month on food for both of us. Yes, bitch, I ran the numbers. I spend $600 a month on food. That's between going to the grocery store, getting bakery items, getting like our tortillas, going out to like restaurants and out to eat. I spend $600 a month. So he gets, and then like I will buy him like stuff, and like, you know, like if he's short on money, like I'll just buy it and like he can pay me back. Or like usually I'll just be like, okay, like I'll kind of like round down and be like, okay, just pay me this much back, like it'll be fine. So he's basically got best of both worlds right now. He's got the attractive guy, like obviously I don't look that attractive right now, but when I get dolled up, I look attractive. So he has the attractive guy. He basically can have SEX whenever he wants to. And he has someone like buying him food and cooking for him every week. Because at first I justified the whole food situation as like, okay, this like kind of like how I'm like contributing, like paying rent or whatever. And then it's like, you know what? Whether or not I was in his life, he would still have to pay for rent. Whether or not I was in his life, he'd still have to pay like his rent. And so it's just like, after he had that conversation with me, now I just can't help but to think like, is he actually using me? Like, is he actually using me, guys? And like, because I'm sorry, but like he does have like a point. Like if someone were to like be deleting messages and talking to guys, or like responding to guys but then deleting the messages, if that was me, like if that was happening to me, I probably would break up with the guy. Like I would like break up with him. And so it makes me, and he always told me too, like he was like, if you ever like cheat on me, I'm gonna break up with you. Clearly I'm not cheating, but like this, he genuinely now thinks that like I cheated on him. So it's like, why doesn't he want to break up with me? Is it because he realizes like does he actually love me, or does he like realize how much like he's gonna lose out on? Because it's like, I got the nice job, I drive the nice car, I have the education. Like, bitch, once I graduate in December, like, I have 3 college degrees. Like, I don't care. I'm considering my associate's degrees as degrees. Like, I have 3 college degrees, bitch. Like, don't play with me, bitch. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. So, it's just kind of like, and he was right. Like, our relationship really is toxic. Because it's like, he can question me about who I'm texting, and I'm supposed to just be submissive and like tell him and like I'm not supposed to like feel a certain type of way. But whenever I ask him who he's texting, he feels a certain type of way. And he's like, well, I tell you, you know, who I'm texting, and that's why it's different. I don't understand why you can't do that with me. And I'm like, well, yeah, you tell me who you're texting. But first of all, everything is in Spanish, and I don't know Spanish. But second of all, yeah, he could be telling me 50% of the people who text him. He could be telling me 20% of the people who text him. He could be telling me 99% of the people who text him. Maybe there's that one person that texts him that he never tells me about. Sorry guys, I have to get my seasonings. I'm cooking right now. So, it's just like, it's a really sticky situation, you guys. Because like, I view a relationship like an investment. Like, I'm investing my time, my money, and my energy in this guy. And it's like, what do I want in return? Because it's like, because like, if you don't have a relationship where it's like, you know, you get what you want, then obviously you're never going to be happy, and then there's just never going to be like, it's just always going to be shit. So it's like, I really have to dive deep and try to figure out like, what is it do I actually want? Like, is this like a relationship that I actually want? Like, in the long term, like, do I really see myself marrying this guy? Because like, if it's just gonna be constant like accusals of like, you're cheating, no, I'm cheating, you're cheating, no, you're cheating, this, or if it's gonna be constant like, oh, who are you texting? Why are you texting that person? Or, oh, who are you going out to hang out with? Why are you hanging out with that person? You know, if there's always gonna be like this like level of like control, and it always gets put back on me too. Like, I try to like express like, you know, like sometimes I'll be like, oh, you know, like if I were to be like, oh, sometimes I feel like you're controlling, it'll go from like, oh, so it's all my fault, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this isn't the blame game. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no like, you did worse than me, I am like better than, like, this is not what that is about. Like, I'm trying to just express my feelings. Like, if you constantly are being like, oh, it's always my fault, this, that, the other, like, blah, 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 like getting so defensive, it's like, what are you hiding? Because, and he'll even say that to me too. He's like, well, you know, like, maybe you're just projecting all your insecurities onto me, and, you know, you made me delete my Snapchat. I'm like, I did not make you delete your Snapchat. I just simply told you that I feel insecure when you have over 1,000 guys on your Snapchat and like 50 of them send you nudes every day. I think that's it's a very level-headed thing to say to a person, that it makes me uncomfortable. And I told him over and over, I was like, you know, like, you can make a new Snapchat and add just your friends on it. That's what I did. Or you can just delete people. I was like, don't just like delete it, because I knew it would get thrown in my face in every single argument. And like, are we surprised? Are we surprised? No, I'm not surprised. Every single argument we have, that always gets brought up and thrown in my face. And I'm just like, I literally just said, it makes me uncomfortable. And I think that would make a lot of people uncomfortable. So, but yeah, guys, if you want to see what I'm doing, I'm like seasoning the chicken. So this is his chicken. He likes it cooked on stove, and I like my chicken baked, so I baked my chicken. See, like, it's like little things like this. Like, I could just be a total bitch and be like, you know what, fuck you, you're gonna get baked chicken. Like, I'm baking the chicken, you're gonna get baked chicken. But no, I cook it the way he likes it. Like, and it's just like, it's just so much pressure is being put on me. And it's like, he doesn't understand, like, I am in school. I am taking 9 credits in school right now. I'm in all 300 level classes. I work full time. I have my family issues, like that's a whole issues. And on top of that, it's like every day is something different with him. And it's like all I want is for us to just relax and just be fine. Like, why does this have to be some sort of telenovela? Like, damn. Like, this is literally the definition of love me Mexicano. Love me Mexicano. Like, this shit is not for the weak at all. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna peace out here. This is like a really long video, but I wanted to update you guys because it's been a while. And this is the first time I've had alone time since that Thursday. Because all last week he was off work. So like that's another thing that like is kind of pissing me off. Because it's like this weekend, like I just wanted to relax because like last week was just like really stressful. Like with work and school and everything. And like I really just wanted to spend this weekend and like just relax and like just enjoy our time with each other and like do cute stuff. Like I wanted to go to the movies or like go bowling and stuff like that. But because he didn't have any work this week, he didn't get his paycheck. So he's broke. And I even told him, I was like, well, we could go do bowling this day. Like it'll only be $12. And he was like, no, because I want to get like beer and like wings if we go. And I'm just like, why? Like, why can't we just go bowling and just go bowling? Like, why do you have to like why? Like, so we didn't do that. It's just been a really bad week, guys. Like, it's just been a really bad week. And it's like, I can already start to feel myself like starting to like spiral again. Like that one week where I left because like, I just feel crazy. Like, everything is always my fault. Like, it's just like always my fault. I can never do right. You know, I'm like freaking slaving away. But if you made it to the end of the video, sorry, like you probably just clicked off because I was like, oh wait. But if you made it to the end of the video, I would love if you guys would write down below in the comments like what you think is going on. Like, do you think I'm like a cheater? Do you think like we can recover from this? Like, what are you guys' thoughts? What do you think we should do? Yeah. So I'll see you guys later. Bye, chickadees.